mom, Pathways Manual, and his speech today is my first speech. Dr. Andy Bern.
Why have you come to Toastmasters? What was your dream? What was your inspiration? How many remember the movie The Replacements? And after a bad football game, brought everybody into the room and said, what is fear? Fear holds you back. Fear is false evidence appearing real. When people come to Toastmasters, what are the things that they're thinking about? On my first speech, I thought that I was a pretty good speaker. I was a physician, I was organized in organizations, I led many teams. I didn't think I really needed Toastmasters. But statistics show that the fear of public speaking is very much prevalent within the society. When I gave my first speech, I was an information junkie. Watched speeches and had all sorts of preconceived ideas of what a speech would be. What would be inspiring? What would bring people to the top of the mountain and have a dream? How can I be like those speakers? What I learned along the way is that you have a range of speakers. For example, Winston Churchill once was invited to do an inauguration speech. And here is his speech. Never, 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 never quit. And he sat down. And everybody was like applauding them. They were wild and hats were flying around. I said, that's a speech? Let's take the other end of it, an inspirational speech. During the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln delivered the Gettysburg Address. How long a speech do you think that was?
One paragraph.
272 words. Remembered throughout history as one of the greatest addresses. 272 words. When I have to do a speech or speak before a group, racking my brain, saying, what can I say that will inspire or lead people or persuade or have an outcome that I want? And I'm thinking, 272 words at Gettysburg Address. How many of us would say, 272 words? That's like one typewritten piece of paper. Double spaced. How could I do that? Maybe Toastmasters could help me. When I first came, I remember some of the great speakers, presidents and statesmen. And what do they all have in common? They gave speeches 5 minutes, 10 minutes, longer. But they all had one thing in common. You know what that was? It was a teleprompter. When I came up, for those that I joined a little bit after Lois, remember that in my first speech, worked it out, spent a lot of time on it, and I had it on my teleprompter. I brought it up, and I was doing my speech from a teleprompter. That wasn't the way. The Toastmasters journey is special, particularly in this club, because of something called a mentor and a coach. Now, we've heard the terms mentor and coach thrown about in different ways. The one good news or bad news that I want to share with you in the New Pathways program, which all new members are enrolled in. There's no more traditional program if you were not in by May 15th. And in that program, in order to be a mentor, you have to do 3 things. The first thing is you have to have been a mentor for at least 6 months. The second thing is that you have to finish one path. And these elements, and the third thing is the feedback from your mentees now called proteges in the new system, have to give you good results, because we don't want mentors that know stuff but have poor interpersonal skills. In the new system, you need all three of those things to be identified as a mentor. This represents an impending problem for our clubs because Pathways just came on May 15th. To get into the mentorship program is going to take some time, and when we look back on it in June, as we go into July 1st of the next year, we're going to have to ask ourselves, do we have enough mentors around the club to help new people? What is the difference between a mentor and a coach? David, what would you say the difference between a mentor and a coach is?
2 or 3 letters.
One of the differences between a mentor and a coach is that a coach is specific to tasks and skills. Think about it on football. You have coaches for the lineman, you have coaches for the kicker, you have coaches for the quarterback, because they are focused on short-term goals and skill-specific. In Pathways, there are 356 skills that we are learning through the process. A mentor is someone that is going to be invested in you for the long term. My first speech built upon a lot of stereotypes I had about what it took to be a good speaker. But one of the things that I learned along the way was that confidence in your speaking was everything. And Toastmasters helps you through the journey in learning to be confident, learning to deliver your message, but most importantly, to know that you have support in a safe place, that mentors are there to help you grow long term, and coaches are there to help you with specific skills. Thank you very much.